Good morning. It is July the 16th, debarkation day here on the Ruby Princess. And if you watch my last videos, I went through a walkthrough of this Gatsby casino here. So what I'm going to talk about now is the craps players and the craps play that we had this past week on the Ruby Princess. And I'm going to tell you all the facts. And so many of you ask me, tell me, what each person played, how they played. I know the skinnies on everything since I stood here for all 7 nights. Now remember, the last night, which was last night, didn't count, so I didn't play, but I did stand and watch, and I got all the knowledge from each person, what they received from Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, aka not the great casino host Penelope, because she is on the Caribbean Princess, but the casino host Catherine and Juan, okay? And that's W-O-N. And I actually have, we'll show that in a minute. But okay, here's the craps table. Let me tell you everything you need to know about the Ruby Princess craps table. Okay, number one thing is it is not in the smoking section. So you smell zero smoke. Okay, so every night this craps table was packed more than any craps table I've ever seen. People were almost fighting to get spots. It opens every night at 8 o'clock and they play until 1. So I would stand here for 4.5 to 5 hours every single night. But this craps table is a soft landing craps table. It's that burgundy brown color. Right here, it's soft landing. It is true to dice setters, old schoolers like myself. Okay, it has everything that there is to be known. It has the make 'em all. It has the hopping. Okay, so what happened here on this craps table this time is I knew there was going to be at least 4 or 5 people that were coming on this cruise ship that emailed me on my YouTube channel and said, Mark, we're going on this one, and we can't wait to play craps. Okay, so out of the 16 people, and it was 8 packed and 8 packed on each side. Out of the 16 people, every single night, but I'm going to talk about the first and second night. We bought in so much that we broke the bank. Everybody was buying in with a minimum of $2,000 to $5,000. I bought in every night with my regular $5,000. Most people were buying in with $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000. The casino never saw this before because most people come to the craps table on cruise ships with their lunch money. They buy in with $50, $100, $200, $300, $400, $500. Some may even get up to $1,000. But generally speaking, the average person buys in with $200 at the craps table. Everybody was buying in with over $2,000. Okay, so these are imaginary people, but standing right there every single night was the great Aaron. Okay, Aaron was one of my subscribers on the my channel, and he said he's coming, and he was generally a dark side player, but he did not dark side bet really at all during these past 7 nights. And then next to him was Scott, and then you had Jim next to him, and then you had a collection of different people that would be playing each night, and I would always stand right here to the right of the stick man, because over here we had Boston Steve was here. Boston Steve is always on cruises with me, and then it went around, and then we had really great people. We had Marcus and his wife. They were just absolutely fantastic. And the story about that is Marcus would bet right here. He would bet $300, $500, $800 on the don't pass bar, and he would bet like $50 or $100 on the pass line. And we normally don't like don't passers because it's bad mojo, but Marcus was a different bird because when he got the dice, he was trying to roll a 7. He had $400, $500 out there on the don't pass. He tried everything in the world to throw the dice to roll a 7. He was slamming them up against the wall. He was throwing them overboard. He was hitting chips. He was throwing underhand, overhand, so fast. He rolled for an hour and 15 minutes. Marcus rolled for an hour and 15 minutes, and he rolled them all. Right there. He rolled, make them all 150 to 1 odds. Twice, 2 times in a row it went around. He rolled like 9 points. He lost a lot of money, okay? But he had great spirits. But I've never seen somebody, I've seen people roll 2 times in a row, 3 or 4 times, but he did it trying to roll the 7. So he made, so everybody on this table was betting. We had hundreds and thousands of dollars out on the table because he was hitting points and numbers. For an hour and 15 minutes he rolled. And so anyhow, I walked that night with, I was up over $4,000, almost $5,000, and hit the bonuses, and I was able to walk away. And you ask, how much did you walk away with, Mark? Well, the average bet, that there was about 6 or 8 of us on the table, that the great Vess, he is the box man here, he would enter on that computer all the time, and we could see our color coded. So Aaron right here was he was the point guy, and he would always say, okay, Mark, he says, there's 4 of us on this side that are black lined. Black line means $100 to $249 average roll. So in talking to Wes, the box man, last night in regards to it, he said to me, he said, Mark, you, Aaron, and Scott were always average roll $150, okay? You can't get a lot higher than that. Sure, you can be out there $300 and $400, but on a cruise ship, that's basically as high as you're going to be going. So anyhow, I'm going to tell you what everybody did and how much they made, okay? Okay, here's the deal. So if you look at some of the comments that people left already, Rick was standing right here most of the time, and he was I met him on the embarkation day, and I gave him my card. He watched my videos, and he came to the table with $3,000, $2,500 every single night. And he played hard. He was betting over $50 a roll. He was betting over $50 a roll. He bought him with $3,000, and so the last night of the cruise, or the morning, Rick received a balcony and $600 in free play, okay? Boston Steve was standing right here. He would stand every night for 5 hours, and he was buying in this time with $2,000, because he used to buy in, if you looked at some of my other videos, he used to buy in really not enough, but he bought in with $2,000 every night. He'd stand for 5 hours, and he was betting $50, $60, $70. He never got to the $100 average, which is black box. He was always in Greenland, okay? He was in the green box area, and he received a balcony and $600, okay? Then you had my great Marcus and his wife, Asian friends, and they would bet really, really hard. They would be buying in with $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 every night, and he would be playing don't pass line. After watching my videos, he changed to the pass line, and but he got a free balcony and $600. There was nobody that got mini suite or suite. Mine is still out for grabs because I'm doing a back-to-back here, but the actual the host told me that and this is new information for me, is when you do a back-to-back and it's split back-to-back like 10 days and 10 days like this one is, that you actually will receive an offer for your 10 days generated from the corporate office in Miami, and they will have that in almost like the hold spot. So that is how you receive your free offers. I don't get that free offer. They hold it, and they see how I play next week, this week coming up. If I play less, then I get the amount that, because he actually mentioned, he said, it looks like that I received a suite on the offer this time because I played balls to the wall as hard as you can play. And he said, it looks like you received a suite, so I want verification on that, because if it's true that I received the suite, then I can't play any harder than I did last week, and I got the highest level. So we will see, and I will keep you informed when I find out what I actually received. Okay, so anyhow, right here, we had Scott, who played really, really hard. And here's the crazy part. He was always black lined, where these guys down here, except Marcus, he was black lined, but the other guys were just green boxed, okay? And they received balconies. So there's sometimes no rhyme to reason, but there's another phenomena called making money or losing money that's in the check in the boxes. If you lose a lot of money, you are going to get a free room, a free cabin, whether it's an interior or exterior, if you lose a lot of money. If you win a lot of money, you may only just get a free interior room and $500 or $600 in free play, or like my buddy Aaron, he played so hard, but he ended up making a few $1,000s. I mean, he was across the top, $128 or $96 every single roll. And he bought in every night with $3,000 and $4,000. He stood there for 3.5, 4 hours every single night. And he, in the end, only got $500. He didn't even get a free cabin. So let that sink in. Now, I think that they messed up, and he's going to kind of write to Global Casino, which, that's almost like writing to a black hole. But he played so hard, but he ended up making a few $1,000s for the trip. So he made a lot of money on it, and he did not receive a free cabin, where everybody else didn't make a few thousand. I ended up on the trip ending up making $1,200. Okay, so I'm happy as a clam, and it looks like I will receive a suite, but I will tell you that after a while. So that is how it all worked out here on the Ruby Princess. And that is the other thing I want to talk about is the host here. Is that one of the most important boxes to check is make sure that everybody knows you need to go talk to the host. You have to make friends with the host and the casino manager, and because they are not coming up to you anymore. They are not coming up to you. So that is how it works. You got to say, hi, I'm Mark. I'm here to become rated. I want to make sure that you guys know who I am. And then so they will be aware of who you are. Because I had to go to the casino host and tell them, I said, do you understand that we have broke the bank here? Okay, so let me mention one other thing here before I forget. Hey there, is that they only have...
Yes, sir. I think I should get some money. Check with this. I'm looking at
They have, there's somebody here thinking the casino's open. Okay, they only have this racked up with $20,000, roughly speaking, every night. There might be an exact number, but it seems to be $20,000. There were 16 of us every single night, and we all were in the $30,000 to $40,000 range of buy-ins. Okay, so they had to call and get more black chip because they ran out of black chips because of all of our buy-ins. So they mentioned that, and the supervisors mentioned that they've never seen this before. Everybody was buying in with over $2,000. So it was a very profitable week for the casino and for some players. And that is everything I know about how it works and what people receive on the Ruby Princess from playing as hard as you can. So, till then, subscribe to my channel. You all have a really good day.